Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Tuesday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, we've got a beautiful day set aside for today in the Grand Valley. As we saw a little bit of showers to the north, we could be seeing that head into this area. However, it's extremely unlikely. We're hanging out in those low 60s right now with very clear skies on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam. And like we mentioned, about a 20% chance for showers. I'm estimating that that's going to be concentrated to the higher elevations, however. So keep that in mind as you're heading throughout your day. Meanwhile, it's going to be a beautiful one within the Grand Valley itself. Taking a look at our satellite and radar from the early morning hours of today, all the way from Salt Lake to the middle of southern Wyoming, we saw this convection causing some storms happening overnight, and this did hit the northern valleys just a little bit, and we're expected to see that maybe even return this evening. In the meantime, folks, we are just 6 days away from the official kickoff of fall. That's right, in less than a week, the autumnal equinox is here, and I cannot wait. I have so much pumpkin spice stuff at my house right now. We're also tracking that fall foliage at this point in time, and we're starting to see those leaves in northern Colorado starting to change here. And then, of course, as we're getting into Mesa County itself, seeing those beautiful aspens change. It's looking like the peak time for that is going to be September 28th, and then, of course, changing about a week before and after as well. Not going to be the strongest fall we've seen as far as colors go, but still going to be a beautiful one indeed. Right now, we're waking up to 62 degrees in Grand Junction and Glade Park. Montrose seeing those mid-50s with Paonia and Nucla in the upper 50s. Delta seeing those 40s to start the day here. And we're expected to see that, of course, increase them pretty drastically throughout the day. For that first bell in that classroom forecast, we're seeing 59 degrees, and then cloud coverage starting to push over a little bit as we head into the afternoon, seeing those low 80s. Very much so sticking to the average temperatures for this week, almost to the T. Some pretty consistent highs ahead for this week. We're going to be seeing those low 80s all afternoon long, and then of course that cloud coverage going to keep us a little bit on the cooler side of things as we kind of head into that afternoon. But the morning itself shaping up to be gorgeous here on the western slope. For that dog walking forecast, we got Buddy hanging out with us all week long, and it's going to be a beautiful morning to take your dog out for a walk. We've got these mid-50s at 7 a.m., turning into mid-60s by 9 o'clock, and then 11 o'clock brings in those mid-70s. Mostly clear conditions for a lot of it. The only thing to keep in mind is that we're going to be seeing a little bit of additional wind speed in those morning hours. That's going to die down pretty quickly, however. Just going to be a lovely little breeze. This low pressure system sitting over Wyoming, that's what's responsible for a lot of the convection that we're seeing near northwest Colorado. Again, could be seeing it get up to the mesa. It's scooping all the way down kind of to the Uncompahgre, but not seeing too much happening as far as moisture goes. As we take a look ahead at that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, 20% chance of showers in Mesa County, seeing that concentrated in the higher elevations, peaking in the mid-80s temperature-wise, overnight lows in the low 50s for the next couple of days. Montrose slightly cooler, seeing 70s pretty consistently for the next 7 days, a little bit higher of a chance of some showers as well in the Uncompahgre, but it's shaping up to be a lovely week on the western slope.